Jack it up. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Motive Racing YouTube channel. We are back here tonight for the Formula 1 League for round 4 of Season 7 here on the PlayStation 5 platform, or PlayStation platform, with the 4 under 5 still being crossplay on F1 for now anyway. But we are here tonight at Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, which is notoriously a bit of a crash fest. Not just in Motive, but amongst many F1 leagues where it's not necessarily esports level. But fingers crossed tonight we get some good action and we see some clean and fair racing and everybody getting to the flag, or nearly everybody getting to the flag. That would be pretty nice. Yeah, as many as people as possible getting to the flag. That would be absolutely excellent. But we're here tonight, obviously, for the 4th round of Season 7, and we've got currently 17 drivers out on the track at the moment. You've got Senna currently setting the pace here in this session. He's currently on a 141.5, which is actually quite clearly the best at the moment. He's got half a second right now over Vitan Ultra, who's sat in second in this session on the 42.0. Then you've got Stiffmeister, who's third, actually a little way off of him. Freddie not far off of Stiffmeister at all. There are only 2 tenths between those two. Then you've got Liberty Walked, currently running at P5 in this session, who's making a reserve appearance here tonight. Isis Gamba there in the pits at the moment. Matty Pitt is currently out there on a lap time. He's currently sat in 7th place, but I think it's not going to be an improvement this time around because he seems to have backed off coming to the final sector. So it looks like that's going to currently be the best for the foreseeable future there for him that he can do. Vitan Ultra currently on out lap. Stiffmeister is on the flyer here. Let's jump on board. It looks like he's way off through the middle sector, so it's not going to be an improvement there for Stiffmeister either here. So yeah, not too many improvements coming in at this point in the session, but I want to welcome everybody who's tuning in live on YouTube at the moment. If you guys are enjoying what you're watching, then please do feel free to join us at www.motiveracing.co.uk, and you can get involved in the on-track action. Obviously, if you're watching on Facebook for the first time, I'd strongly advise you to get onto the YouTube stream. That's where it all happens. That's where the fun is, and that's where you might even find some other people who are commenting on the stream. But looks like there is a loose, what is that? Is that a wheel? A loose wheel going through the final corner? It looks like it might be. I'm not sure. It's something's gone catastrophically wrong. I can tell you that for sure. But yeah, definitely something amiss. And the stewards, or rather the marshals, should I say, have not actually cleared that up yet, which is quite worrying. You'd think. But nonetheless, we're coming well into the second half of this qualifying session here. This is obviously a qualifying session which will set the grid for the sprint race here tonight, because we have got a sprint. This is a sprint round here at Azerbaijan, so it's going to be just this 18-minute qualifying session to set the grid for the sprint, and then the results from the sprint will set the grid for the Grand Prix. So it's the old style sprint format that we ran back in 21 and 22, not the format that they used in real life in Formula 1 in 2023. So it's a bit of a throwback back to that old format that they used back in 21 and 22, where the grid from or rather the results from the sprint race would actually set the result for the Grand Prix itself. But yeah, it was an interesting format. I think that the one that they've been running in 2023 is slightly better. The one where obviously there's a separate qualifying session for the sprint and the Grand Prix, which gives everybody a chance to right the wrongs if they messed up their sprint qualifying, obviously, or if they messed up the Grand Prix qualifying. The sprint race is in a sense its own kind of race. It's a completely separate event in a way, but it's going to be exciting. Obviously, there's a bit more jeopardy on the sprint race, a bit less jeopardy actually on the qualifying, because if you mess up in qualifying, you can still make your way towards the front, and minimal points awarded for obviously the finishing positions in the sprint. So it's not going to hurt you too much. You can still reap the rewards in the Grand Prix as long as you're good at racing and good at overtaking. As we've, it looks like most of the drivers who are still in the session are out on the track. A lot of drivers have retired from the session. Mike, A-Trail, Oliver, WTF Freak, Little Greavy, Bennett and the Grieve have all retired from this qualifying session well before the end, so I'm not quite sure what is going on there, but they've all bailed out a long way from the checkered flag here in this qualifying session. So obviously it's an uncompromising circuit. You can kind of forgive them. People are going to be pushing to the limit in qualifying, and some people do overstep the mark. It can happen quite easily, actually. We're currently watching our debutant here Isis Gabba, who we've never seen race here at Motive before, currently sat in 7th place in this qualifying session at the moment, just under 2 seconds off of the pace being set by last season's runner-up in the championship, Senna. Here comes Isis Gabba out of the final corner, or rather out of the final proper corner. I mean, technically, in a way, you can't really rule out these as being corners because they are tricky corners. They're flat out, yes, but at the same time, you've really got to have your wits about you navigating that little twisty section. But here comes Isis Gamba up towards the line, and what is it going to be for him? Currently sat in 7th place here, 1.8 seconds off of the pace, and it improves a little bit there, gets into the 42s. High 1 minute 42 days from Isis Gamba. Nice up there from our debutant, and that's by the looks of it, Isis Gamba into done for that particular run, as Senna has gone and just moved the goalposts a little bit more here. Look at that, a 1 minute 41.1. That is sensational there from Senna, and he's now 9/10 clear of V10 Ultra, who's in 2nd place. As we just had another driver join the session, I think, or have we? I'm not sure. Just still the leaderboard move there, but it appears to have just gone back to its or its default position. So not quite sure, but Senna absolutely flying here around Azerbaijan here tonight. Seems to have a bit of an understanding of the Baku Street Circuit and really enjoying himself out there at the moment. He's continuing to find time. He's currently, although he's down on this lap, he seems to have backed off a little bit, but Senna continuing to really chip away at his own personal best lap times here, and almost a second ahead of anyone else. Always he has a big lock up there, keeps it out of the wall, but that was a close call there from him. That could have easily been front wing gone, terminal damage for the Ferrari, but he's continuing on his way here. Is he going to go for another lap here, or is he going to come into the pits for a fresh set of boots and go for one more run at the end of this session? I reckon he's probably going to do the latter here. So I'm sure we'll be seeing Senna back in a moment, and ready to try and improve his lap time, which is already a phenomenal time, which he's set. So Senna, unsurprisingly, in the pits at the end of that run, and will look to try and re-emerge with an even stronger time here. But he's already in the low 1 minute 41s. How much quicker can he go? That is the question. As T is out of the session, so he's retired. We're down to 10 drivers here. In this qualifying session, V10 Ultra has improved his lap time by a lot there. That last lap there from V10 Ultra, a 41.4, so only 3/10 now the gap between Senna and V10 Ultra. But V10 Ultra is currently on an in lap, and has he got enough time to come in, change tyres and get back out? No, there is no chance, not a chance. V10 Ultra is done for the session. That is his qualifying session over, and it's going to be 2nd place at best for him, and that's if Senna's teammate Justin can't improve at the end of this session. He's currently in 3rd place on a 42.0. So Justin is just coming out of the pits now, so he will get one more run at it. What about Senna? Is he going to come back out here? Because he's still sat in the pit garage. Oh, it's a 1 minute 40 lap time round here, and he's still sat in the pits with 150 on the clock. I can see some movement in one of the pit garages there. Is that the Ferrari team garage, or is it another team? I think Senna has left it too late here. He has. So Senna is not going to set another lap here. Now he's going to be quite vulnerable to the rest of them. Obviously, he's got a big gap back to Justin. V10 Ultra session's over. He can't improve now. So it's all on Justin here. This is the man, Senna's teammate, who I think most realistically could have a chance of pipping him to pole. Justin did actually have the pace of Senna in the opening round of the season. Was pretty close to him at Bahrain. The two of them had a battle for the lead on the final lap, which Senna managed to overcome. But are we going to be seeing a similar story here tonight with Senna having that upper hand, or can Justin take the fight to him? V10 Ultra is coming into the pits, so his session is done. It's going to be P2 at best for him. Can Justin get himself on the front row? Can he even do the unthinkable and topple his imperious, should I say, teammate? Senna and V10 Ultra have both retired from the session. So is Matty Pitt now. So This is it then. Final knockings of the qualifying session here at Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. This all set the grid for the sprint race. Justin coming into turn 1. Hooks it up nicely there. A bit wide on the exit. You want to be maximising your speed coming out of that corner into turn 2. Having a bit of a wide entry, a little bit wider off the apex than I think he would have wanted to be. You want to sort of be carving that apex. You want to have one couple of tires on the inside of it. He wasn't really. He was all fours wide of that apex there. Here he comes into turn 3. Justin staying away from the walls, keeping it tidy at the moment. Hasn't been setting the world alight by the looks of it, but has just been keeping himself out of trouble in his first sector. What's the time going to be as he crosses the line for the first sector checkpoint? He's half a second up on his personal best. His personal best is 9/10 off of the pace, so he needs to find 4 more tenths in this middle and final sector here. But Justin currently on a very quick lap here, beautifully hooking up that right-hander there, absolutely carving that apex into 2. Through the castle section he goes, keeping it cool through there. Beautifully done from Justin. He's finding the time here in the final part of this session. Can he deliver it when it really matters? He's so far onto a good one here. Through the middle sector we go, towards the timing beam now. What is it going to be for Justin through the middle sector? He's continuing to carve away at this gap here. Here he comes then, through into the final sector now. The timing board will tell us where he is in terms of his previous lap. Here he goes. He's 1 second up, so he's already got 2 tenths in hand. He just needs to make sure he keeps it together here for this final sector, and Justin will be on pole position as Stiffmeister has gone into 3rd place. I don't think that's going to stay that way though, because Justin coming through into the final through the final kink and towards the line now. Justin, this is going to surely be pole position. It's going to be the first man into the 1:40s. Here he comes over the line or towards the line now. Justin, it is going to be pole position there for Justin, a 1:40.8 in the absolute last moments of the qualifying session there. Justin and Senna on the front row in the Ferraris, but Justin managing to do that right at the very end of the session there. So Justin and Senna followed by V10 Ultra and Stiffmeister, with Anime Boy getting into P5 there with a good lap at the end. Matty Pitt P6 ahead of Freddie, who will line up in 7th place, ahead of Little Greavy in 8th. Then you've got Isis Gava in P9 ahead of Liberty Walked, who will line up in P10. Then you've got T and Mike in 11th and 12th places. That guy, Andy CWSC, he's not racing here tonight. He's watching. He can't drive. But A-Trail running, or rather, will be starting in P13, moving up position because that dude ain't racing. Oliver will move up as well. WTF Freak, Bedit, and the Grieve. Guys, we'll be back in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
no rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Welcome back, everybody. You join us here on the opening, or sorry, the second lap of the sprint race here at Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here at Motive Racing. Apologies for that. We forgot to press spectate before we went into the lobby, and as a result, basically, I couldn't retire from the race until the end of the formation lap, and I mean, it's just ridiculous. But I couldn't retire until the end of the formation lap, and then I think my screen became suddenly a sea of pixels and I couldn't see anything. It was really weird. I don't really know why, because my upload speeds are between 15 and 20 before I started streaming, so I don't really know why. No, I'm completely lost. I don't know, if I'm honest with you. But currently Senna leading the race ahead of Justin, these two Ferrari teammates, with Vita and Ultra currently in tow at the moment in third place. Justin's got a bit of a run here on Senna. Obviously, Justin didn't start on pole. He managed to pip Senna at the end of the session, qualifying session, but he's been passed by Senna. Now he's looking to try and return the favour here as Justin looking to the inside here into turn one. He's going to make a dive up the inside here, and Justin makes the move for the lead. So that's Justin who now hits the front here in this race. Stiffmeister on the inside of Matty Pitt with Freddie right behind these as well. But Stiffmeister there keeping on to fourth place. Matty Pitt looking to the inside here into turn two. Too far back to make that one happen for the time being. As Mike getting ahead of Little Greavy, and Little Greavy's been passed by Bennett as well. As Bennett there making his way through up to P12. Senna's made a move back on Justin up into the lead of the race. So Senna there and Justin are going to be looking to go at it again here through this next section. Senna on the inside has that move done up into the lead. So nicely done there from Senna. Justin is going to try and come back at him here through this next sequence, but is he going to be able to do so? Justin keeping close to him right now. Vita and Ultra keeping the two Ferraris honest here in this sprint race. That is good to see. There's a massive lock up there from both of the Ferraris. But Senna still leading in this sprint race here tonight. Justin keeping him very much honest here. These two teammates having a good little battle. Vita and Ultra waiting in the wings, hoping to pounce. Freddie in the meantime is on the back of Stiffmeister. Stiffmeister's lost out to Matty Pitts, and Matty Pitts now running in fourth place. And Stiffmeister coming under heavy pressure from the other Mercedes here of Freddie, who's keeping him on his toes at the moment. Isis Gava there has picked up a penalty here in the early stage of this race. That's not going to be what he'd have wanted at all, especially at this stage. But currently on the back of Liberty Walked here as they come through the final sector there. Oh, Liberty Walked has crashed into the wall. Liberty Walked here, the first retirement of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix event here at Motive. Virtual safety car deployed. Is that going to be upgraded to a safety car, or are they going to clear that up under the VSC? That's going to be interesting to see. I think they are going to try and recover that under the VSC, which is obviously fair play. Got to give it to the marshals here for their diligence in that regard, as the Grieve has come into the pits here, so making the most of a potential opportunity here to maybe put the softs on, go to the end. Obviously you can go do 6 laps on the softs quite easily, so I don't know, maybe the Grieve and Bennett both coming in as well. So is Bennett putting the soft tyres on? Yes, he is. So they're going to now have to pace over everybody else, but they're going to be a long way behind. They probably need a full safety car to be able to take advantage of it, but still only a VSC at the moment. But Justin leading the race with Vita and Ultra second, ahead of Senna now. So now down to third place, and there's Matty Pitt running in P4 as Oliver here has moved ahead of a couple of drivers here, ahead of Little Greavy, and Anime Boy has made a mistake. Anime Boy taking to the escape road there, struggling to get it going again. There he goes. He's got it pointing in the right direction again, but he's lost time there. As you see, that's the Grieve there moving through, and Anime Boy is going to get it back onto the circuit here, but having lost a couple of places and a load of time in the process here. As they've got the green flag back out now, so we're back underway here. But Justin's still leading ahead of Vita and Ultra. Senna's still right with these two at this point. And obviously it was Vita and Ultra who was following the two Ferraris a few moments ago, but now he's managed to split them. Bit of a lock up there from Vita and Ultra coming into the last braking zone on the circuit. Is Senna going to be close enough to have a crack with the DRS coming down the start-finish straight? This is going to be quite close here. Here we go then, Ferrari in the slipstream now, getting closer and closer to the back of the Aston Martin, pulls out to the outside. He's going to breeze past him down the straight, actually moved ahead of him before we even got to the DRS zone. That DRS is just now going to take him that little bit further away, and Senna there up into second place, almost a second behind his teammate now, as Freddie's made the move on Stiffmeister as well. So it's Freddie up into P5, beautifully done there from him, as he's now on the back of his teammate Matty Pitt as well. So Freddie there continuing to make gains through this pack here in this race. He's now not far off at all of his teammate Matty Pitt, only 0.7 of a second separating those two, and that's going to be an interesting fight to see how they play that. Obviously with them being teammates, you'd be thinking they'd be working together, but you just don't know how they're going to play it at this point, as WTF Freak is now ahead of Anime Boy up into 14th place as well. Isis Gab is still the only driver to have picked up a penalty so far in this race. The Grieve is now ahead of Little Grieve. That's because Little Grieve is in the pits. So the two Haas drivers, they're swapping positions for now. Senna in second place, now well within a second of his teammate Justin, as we see a big lock up there from Justin. That was a heavy one there from him. Holding it together for the time being though. He still leads the race in this early stages of the sprint race here tonight. Anime Boy's retired from the session, so he's crashed. And we have got a safety car. A-Trail's out of the race as well. So that has now brought out the full safety car. Let's jump on board with Oliver and see if we can find where A-Trail crashed it. See if we can find the scene of the incident. I'm feeling it might have already been cleared up here. Oh, was it through the castle? It must have been... Oh no, it was the corner before the castle section where A-Trail binned it into the wall. But safety car here on lap 5. Only a 9-lap race, so it's not going to be many laps until the end of the race now. We're probably going to have a 2-lap dash to the flag once we get underway again. So yeah, we're not going to have much racing left in this one. Who's going to come into the pits now and make the most of this safety car period? Justin coming up around the pit lane now. Is he going to come in, or is he going to go for track position and stay out? Senna looks like he's not coming in. That was a feint there. That was a bit of a decoy of the tyres. So is Stiffmeister. What about Isis Gabba? Isis Gabba's in. This is going to be interesting now because the drivers behind Justin, Senna and V10 Ultra are all on fresh tyres. Freddie's also opted to stay out. But a lot of these drivers are going to have fresh stuff tyres on. Behind these four, Justin, Senna, V10 Ultra and Freddie, who have all taken a bit of a gamble here to stay out on their worn out medium tyres. But there's going to be a charging pack behind them that are going to be looking to try and get onto them as quickly as they can here. Guys, we'll be back very shortly for the rest of this sprint race. Don't go anywhere. Here we go then, guys. We are moments away from the restart. This is the final 2 laps of this sprint race here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix at Motive. It's going to be Justin and Senna with Vitan Ultra and Freddy, all the front 4 on medium tyres. Behind them, you've got Stiffmeister on soft, Matty Pitt on soft, the Grieve, the Mike, Isis Gavin, Little Greavy, WTF Freak, Oliver. All of these guys on fresh, soft tyres are going to be completely gunning for these top 4. They're going to be vulnerable as anything. God knows how this is all going to play out for them on these worn out tyres. But here we go. We're underway once again here as they come down towards turn 1. Justin's got a clear lead there. Senna tucking in behind him for the time being, as you've got Swiftmeister and Matty Pitt battling out over P5 in the background there. You've got Little Goofy moving ahead of Isis Gabba up into 9th place as well. And Mike there moving through ahead of the Grieve. But they're still side by side here coming out of turn 2. And you can see the Haas there on the outside. The Grieve there losing out to Mike. So Mike up into P7 on the inside there, coming down towards turn 3. That's job done there for Mike. No, it isn't. The Grieve back down on the outside again. Back around the outside there, still going at it as Mike manages to complete the move there through turn 3 and up into P7 as you've got Stiffmeister there moving ahead of Freddy up into P4. Freddy losing places there on those worn out medium tyres. Has dropped behind Stiffmeister, his teammate Matty Pitt and Mike as well. As you can see, Mike there around the outside of Freddy. Freddy getting chewed up by the rest of the pack here right now on those medium tyres, but it is Justin who leads the race. Vitan Ultra there moving ahead of Senna, but he's gone deep there and Senna moving back through. So Vitan Ultra there over cooking it on the brakes. That might have been how he made the move in the first place, but Senna's still ahead of him at the moment. Justin out the front has got a 1.6 second lead over everybody else. As we can see, somebody lost it? Somebody crashed? I'm not sure. Little Goovy, yeah, Little Goovy's out of the race. Little Goovy's crashed out here on the first lap of the restart, obviously penultimate lap of the race. Freddy's had a nightmare on this lap as well. He has dropped down to 11th place and he's got no front wing. So it's pretty much all gone wrong for Freddy here in this sprint race. And he will start P11 for the Grand Prix at best here. But Justin here coming through the final sector. And he looks like he's probably going to see this one out as things stand. He's got over a second of a gap here over Senna. Appears to have the edge over Senna so far at least over the course of this event. So if he can continue this sort of pace, Justin might be able to put one on Senna here, which would be great for us, obviously, as viewers, and for the championship picture. Who knows? Justin could be in the fight here this season. As we can see, Stiffmeister's made the move on Vitan Ultra into turn 1 up into 3rd place. Matty Pitt just behind him at the moment. You've got Isis Gava there, has made a move on WTF Freak up into 8th place, so that's job done there for him. But Justin out the front, just over a second is his gap over Senna at the moment. You can see that Stiffmeister on the back of Senna as he's closer and closer, but a little bit too far away at the moment going into turn 3. In the background there, you've got a battle going on. Matty Pitt there down the inside of Vitan Ultra and gets into 4th place there. Matty Pitt, beautifully done there. Vitan Ultra on those worn out medium tyres, dropping up the pace a little bit, to be fair. Oh! As Mike there losing it and is going to have to regather himself together there. That's going to be the Grieve, Isis Gavra through. And Mike there dropping down behind WTF Freak as well, down to 9th place in that one. I tell you what though, Stiffmeister on his fresh soft is hassling the back of the Ferraris here. Is it a little bit too little too late here? Because it looks like we're coming into the final sort of half a lap here. So Justin just needs to keep this gap that he's got. Senna just needs to keep them behind him. He needs to make that Ferrari as wide as he possibly can here coming into the final part of this sprint race. But Justin is home and hosed here, I think, over a second clear of these guys. Here we come then through the final few corners here of the sprint race here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here at Motive for Season 7 here on the PlayStation 4 and 5. And we currently got Stiffmeister still hassling the back of Senna as he comes through into the final braking zone on the lap. And Senna, if he can get a good exit here, will see himself towards the checkered flag. I don't think he's going to have enough for a run here. I think that Stiffmeister might have a chance here as they come through towards the line, because he's got a bit of a slipstream here. This could be second place go for Senna, but Justin is going to come towards the line. He's going to take the opening race of the night here with a well-managed victory. Here he comes, Senna with a bit of slipstream towards the end. Surely Justin's going to hold on for this one. It's going to be very close, actually. Justin does hold on. Senna almost got him there with a straight line speed. It's Justin who wins the race ahead of Senna in second. Stiffmeister third, ahead of Matty Pitt fourth, followed by Vitan Ultra, who takes P5. The Grieve is going to cross the line to finish this one in sixth. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he does. The Grieve P6, Isis Gabba 7th, as Mike comes over in 8th place. WTF Freak coming over the line to finish this one in 9th, and that is that for the finishers. A few drivers did retire right at the end there, including Oliver, who retired on the final lap, and obviously I think Freddy as well, as Little Greavy. So that is that then for the sprint race, guys. We'll be back very shortly for the Grand Prix, the main event, which will be live in about, I'd say, 5 minutes. Give it 5 minutes or so. In the meantime, I'm going to do a little test. I'm going to put on a Spotify NCS playlist to see if that helps with the lag that we always get at the start of the streams, which I think may be down to the YouTube video that plays, because I usually play the NCS songs through a YouTube video. I'm thinking if I play it through a Spotify, it will take up less bandwidth and might actually prove to be a little bit less catastrophic to our situation at the start of the races, or rather at the start of qualifying when we go live. But anyway, guys, we'll be back very shortly, and yeah, see you shortly.
Okay, so everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
Here we go, guys. You joined us on the first lap here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's Senna currently leading ahead of Matty Pitt in second place. Justin's dropped down a few places here, down to fourth place. So it's been a tricky start here from Justin in the other Ferrari. As V10 Ultra now moving ahead of Justin as well. So Justin here dropping back like a stone here in the first few corners of this race. But right there up into P5. It's Senna though leading ahead of Matty Pitt right now. A second and a half between those two at this point. Stiffmeister currently still keeping Matty Pitt on his toes at the moment in that battle for P2. But V10 Ultra there, just about a second off at the back of the podium places at the moment. Been a strong start there from him. And Isis Gava moving ahead of Justin as well. So Justin, has he got damage here? No, he's got the AI in. That's the problem. He's got the AI in the car. So why has Justin got the AI in the car? For what reason is he not at the wheel here? Has he disconnected maybe? Could be a disconnection here. Maybe he's trying to get himself back in as we speak. I'm not quite sure. But it's given his teammate a healthy lead at the front of over 2 seconds here over Matty Pitt. So Senna currently looking good here at Baku tonight. There's Matty Pitt in second ahead of Swiftmeister, followed by V10 Ultra. You've got Mike going P5 ahead of Isis Gavin, followed by Justin ahead of Freddie, followed by WTF Freak and A-Trail completing the top 10. Then you've got Little Greavy ahead of his brother the Grieved. Then you've got T running in 13th place ahead of Bennett, followed by Oliver with Anime Boy and Liberty Walked at the back currently in this race. Also appears to have the AI in the car. But over the line to complete lap 1, and Senna setting the pace right now as we've got a battle going on here. We've got Matty Pitt coming under increasing pressure from Stiffmeister into turn 1. Can't make anything happen there. Matty Pitt's lost it. Matty Pitt's binned it there going through turn 1. And he's absolutely dropping down the order here. He's now down in, well, it's going further down. So Matty Pitt there in huge trouble here at the beginning of lap 2. And it's dropped down to 16th place, similar to what we saw Hamilton do on the restart when he dived down the inside of Perez and looked to have the lead, but then obviously lost it and went wide and dropped back to the back of the pack. And V10 Ultra has got into second place now ahead of Stiffmeister as well. So V10 Ultra up 2 places in the space of a couple of corners as Justin appears. No, he's still not at the wheel yet. He's still not at the wheel, so Justin's still not there. Bennett's now left the session. Is that a disconnection or is that a rage quit? I'm not sure. But Bennett no longer in the race here in this one. But currently Senna out the front has got just under a 3-second gap here over V10 Ultra at the moment. You've got Stiffmeister there in third place ahead of Mike, followed by Isis Gava. There's Freddie running in P6 ahead of A-Trail, followed by WTF Freak Justin. The Grieve completing that top 10 right now. I believe that Bennett's not at the wheel. He's currently, he's retired from the race, so he's not there at this point. See, Oliver here has made a move on that Liberty Walk. Oh, in fact, Oliver's dropped it. Oliver's dropped it there going through the final section just as we were talking about how he had made a move on some drivers. He's got it stacked it into the wall. We've got a safety car here at the end of lap 2. So that's going to now give some drivers an opportunity to come into the pits. Anybody can come in and put the hard tyres on and go to the end from here. I think it's a little bit too far out for that to happen. We see the McLaren of A-Trail coming into the pits here. So obviously he's thinking about potentially doing that strategy, clearly. A-Trail, what tyres is it? It's the hard tyres there going on A-Trail's car. T also, oh, he's got a penalty. It's not coming. It's not in the pits. In fact, sorry, A-Trail's put the medium tyres on. I do apologise. So A-Trail hasn't gone for the hard tyres. Hasn't gone for a strategy to go to the end here. Matty Pitt has put a fresh set of hard tyres on. So I wonder if he's going to try and go to the end here. T's put a set of mediums on. Bennett's got the soft on, but Bennett is out of the race. Bennett's not there. He's not driving the car. That's the AI in the car for Bennett. So he obviously disconnected. This would be a golden opportunity, you would think, for him to get himself back in the session. But if it was a rage quit, that's probably not on his #1 priority list at the moment. Here we go then, everybody. We are moments away from the restart here for the here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We had a bit of a chaotic first couple of laps to the race. We've lost Little Greavy and Oliver from this race, but most of the drivers have opted to stay on the same tyres that they started the race on, barring T, Matty Pitt, and obviously Bennett, who we believe has got the AI in the car, so he's not racing anymore. He's bailed out of the race, and that is his night done. But it's going to be Senna to get us underway. V10 Ultra right behind him. Senna's main rival in terms of pace here tonight, down in P7, Justin, who was battling with him in that first race, the sprint race that we had a few moments ago. But what is going to happen here in this race is we're underway once again here at the beginning of lap 5. As Senna leads us into turn 1, you've got V10 Ultra there ahead of Mike, followed by Isis Gabba. There's Freddie there running in P5 ahead of WTF Freak. Then you've got Justin in P7, the Grieve there in 8th ahead of Anime Boy. As there's Liberty Walk, who's also ghosting as well. Lots of drivers have got the AI in tonight. As A-Trail making a move there on Stiffmeister up into P11. That's job done there for A-Trail. Matty Pitt there moving through ahead of Bennett as well, up into 13th place. But it's Senna out the front, who seems to be pretty comfortable at this stage in the race anyway, as V10 Ultra's got Mike really hassling the back of him for second place at the moment. There's a bit of a slide there from Mike, just getting it a little bit wrong there onto the power. Got it a little bit too overzealous there, I think, on the accelerator, but still keeping it together. Isis Gava's got Freddie close behind at the moment, and we got WTF Freak with them as well. There's Justin a couple of seconds off at the back of him. They're running in 7th place. Stiffmeister's made a move there on Liberty Walk up into 11th place. That's Liberty Walked AI there, rather than actually Liberty Walked driving the car, as the Grieve on the back of Justin. Obviously Justin ghosting at the moment, being that I don't think he's actually at the car. I think he's not on the wheel at the moment, which is really strange. WTF Freak in the meantime trying to make a move here on Freddie, and that's job done there for WTF Freak up into P5, so that's a beautiful move there from him, as Matty Pitt's made the move on Liberty Walks as well up into 12th place, and the Liberty Walks AI continuing to lose places here in this race. But Senna out the front has got nearly a 2-second gap over V10 Ultra at the moment, who's running in 2nd place. There's Mike in 3rd, ahead of Isis Gabba. You've got WTF Freak just behind him. There's Freddie running in P6 ahead of Justin, the Grieve close behind him at the moment, with Anime Boy and A-Trail in hot pursuit, as well as Stiffmeister. A long train of cars here from Justin all the way down to Stiffmeister, but it really stretches all the way up to Freddie. Oh, Freddie's dropped it. Oh, he's in the pits, that's why Freddie's into the pits. So Freddie going for a tyre change. Is it going to be the hard tyres on? You could go to the end on the hard tyres from here quite comfortably. 20 laps is more than doable, and the hard tyres it is going on that Mercedes, so no surprise there. And Fred will be back out onto the racetrack in a second, as WTF Freak here trying to go around the outside of Isis Gabba into turn 3 and gets that one done there. Nice move there from WTF Freak up another position. You've got Justin continue to lose places here, and he's now left the session. I mean, was he here to begin with? Bennett is also one of the drivers. In fact, Bennett and Liberty Walked AI is battling each other here at the moment. Senna still continuing to extend his gap out the front of just over 2 seconds over V10 Ultra. A-Trail hassling the back of the Grieve here instead of P6. He's trying to get a bit closer if he possibly can here. Anime Boy in the meantime has made a move on Justin up into 9th place. That's job done there for Anime Boy. A-Trail still close to the back of the Grieve at the moment. WTF Freak just a little bit too far away off the back of Mike at the moment. In battle for the final podium place. Getting closer in towards the braking zone. Oh, and T's out of the race, and we've got a safety car as a result. Second safety car of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here. Hopefully this doesn't become too much of a recurring theme here tonight. But once again, safety car deployed. Here we go, guys. We're about to go racing here for the third restart of this race here at Azerbaijan, and we're back underway as the Greve leads into turn one. I'm not quite sure what was going on that restart. Mike there in second place, ahead of A Trail, as Senna's now ahead of V10 Ultra up into fourth place. I don't quite know what was happening there. Isis Gabba here making a move on WTF Freak into turn two, and that's beautifully done there from Isis Gabba up into seventh place. That was just a bit of a mad restart there from everybody, but the Greve here leading into turn three. There is Mike, there's A Trail followed by Senna, there's V10 Ultra, and you can see them all filing through your shot right now, and everybody keeping it clean through the first few corners here on lap 10 of the race, as Justin there making a move on Freddie up into P10, so that's job done there for Justin, up a position into the final points paying position here. The Greve though nearly a second ahead of Mike at the moment, as A Trail almost tapping Mike in the rear there as they came through that section of the track. You can see there the Ferrari of Senna now attacking on the back of A Trail into the next corner, but has to tuck in for the time being. Not close enough there. Massive lock up from the Alpha Tauri there. As Anime Boy, as we see there, Senna there moving through. Oh no, Mike's out of the race. Mike crashes through the castle section. Another safety car. Oh my god. Yet another one. How many safety cars are we going to get here tonight? Oh, this is ridiculous.
Under the pressure, I lost my temper. I said something foolish. Did I go and ruin this? When it started to feel so real, could feel it running, running through my lonely veins. When I started to heal, could see myself loving, loving for the rest of my days. No, I don't want to be alone so late at night. So late at night. No, I don't wanna sleep 'cause then I'm dreaming it started to feel so real. Could feel it running, running through my lonely veins. When I started to heal, could see myself loving, loving for the rest of my days. So late at night, no, I don't wanna sleep, 'cause then I'm dreaming, then you're not real, my mind to keep. No, I don't wanna sleep, then I'm losing time, losing my chance to make you mine. So late at night, so late at night, it's so late at night.
Here we go then, we're about to go racing here for the 4th restart of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix here at Motive Racing. How long are we going to be able to go without another safety car this time around? We've got 13 drivers currently still left in this race at the moment. So we've had 4 safety car periods, we've had 4 retirements, so we've had a safety car for each and every retirement. Basically, it's been a bit chaotic here so far, but here we are then, coming over the line with V10 Ultra now leading the way on hard tyres which he put on 4 laps ago. He can go to the end on those tyres as well, so he's in great stead right now. Senna on the back of him in 2nd place. We've got a bit of a close call here in the background there, as you've got Justin there moving through up into 3rd place, and you can see Anime Boy losing a few places there as he gets back ahead of Freddie there going into turn 2 as well though. And I'll tell you what, that's Isis Gabba there who's dropped a load of places here. So Isis Gabba down to 13th place has had a bit of a horror show through that section. But the Grieve here moving to the outside of Anime Boy up into P6. Is that job done there for the Grieve? He's still going to have Anime Boy there, as Anime Boy there tucks in, as you've got A-Trail here moving ahead of Matty Pitt up into P8 as well. And we've got a driver going into the wall there in the background, WTF Freak there moving up a few places, as that's Anime Boy who's lost it there. Anime Boy into the wall and has dropped down to 12th place. So Anime Boy and Isis Gabba both in trouble here on this opening lap of the restart here. But V10 Ultra leading ahead of Senna, followed by Justin in 3rd place. There's Stiffmeister running in P4 ahead of Freddie, followed by the Grieve who's ahead of A-Trail in 7th place. You've got WTF Freak and Freddie's out of the race. And we've got another one.
wanna be delivered to the I wanna be delivered to the rock.
It's your time. Don't be held back again. You need to resist your own limits. This fire is burning. You need to embrace all that you are. Stare fear in the face to reach for the stars. Been waiting for this moment, so let it begin. You're unbreakable. Feeling powerful. Nothing's getting in the way. You're unbreakable. You're invincible. Be unbreakable again. Unbreakable. Unbreakable. Make your name. Let go of yesterday. If dreams can exist in a world like this, don't abandon them. You need to embrace all that you are. Stare fear in the face to reach for the stars. Been waiting for this moment, so let it begin. You're unbreakable. Feeling powerful. Nothing's getting in the way. You're unbreakable. You're invincible. Be unbreakable again.
Here we are then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are about to go racing once again here at Azerbaijan for this Grand Prix here tonight. And here we are then. Have a squanch in the comments. Says Safety Car Racing League at its best. You're not wrong there, buddy. Here we come then into turn one. It's V10 Ultra leading, as we can see. The Grieve there making a move down the inside of Justin. The Grieve's gone deep though. He's done a Hamilton there into turn one, and he's gone off and he's lost a load of places there. Hasn't dropped down to the back, but he's dropped down to what's going to be P10 because Senna's going to get ahead of him as well. A-Trail and Bennett in the pits here on the restart, but V10 Ultra ahead of Slipmeister, followed by Justin with WTF Freak ahead of Matty Pitt, followed by Liberty Walk, who's attacking on the back of Matty Pitt at the moment. Liberty Walk is in the car as well now, which is good to see. As Senna there moving ahead of Anime Boy up into 8th place, so that's dropped down there for Senna as well, up another position here on this restart. But V10 Ultra still leading the race. Stiffmeister and Justin in hot pursuit, in close contention right now. And they're keeping him on his toes at the moment as Liberty Walk just dropped down the order a little bit. What's up to Liberty Walk? Liberty Walk's gone to the runoff area. So Liberty Walk there going straight on down the escape road and is now nowhere near the back of the train of cars that they were on before. And A Trail there moving through up into P10. Liberty Walk there down another position there in that one. Bennett nowhere to be seen, but what a shame there for Liberty Walk. As V10 Ultra still leading ahead of Stiffmeister with Justin, WTF Freak. Currently the top 4, separated by about 2 seconds at the moment as Senna has moved ahead of Isis Gabba. Isis Gabba here has dropped down to 9th place, down 3 places there in that one. What has gone on there with Isis Gabba as Justin there has moved ahead of Stiffmeister up into 2nd place. Lovely move there from Justin, and now Stiffmeister's got to watch out because WTF Freak is all over the back of him here as they're coming through the final section of the lap. As you can see, the group there moved ahead of Anime Boy up into P7 as well. So lots of position changes going on right now. Don't know where to look, don't know where to turn here in this one. WTF Freak though has got a bit of a run here down the start-finish straight. So far so good on this restart. It's been pretty clean, it's been fair from everybody. No major dramas so far. WTF Freak's still close on back of Stiffmeister here. Still can't make a move because no DRS obviously. It's only that one of the restart. Duh. And he's not really in a position to be able to challenge there. But he's got a nice run out of turn 1. Maybe might have a chance into turn 2. A little bit too far away. Stiffmeister's gone deep though. Very, very deep there. And almost put it on the wall on the exit of turn 2. As here comes WTF Freak now looking to the inside here. As they come down towards 3. As they're almost banging, well they were sort of like scraping against each other there. WTF Freak down the inside into turn 3. And gets the move done there on Stiffmeister now up into 3rd place. And Stiffmeister can't fight back. That is drop down WTF Freak. As Bennett's made a move here on A-Trail up into P11. That's P10 should I say. That's because A-Trail's in the pits. So he's going to be coming in and getting tyres I presume. Liberty walked also in the pits. At the end of lap 16, but it's V10 Ultra out the front by just under 2 seconds ahead of Justin, who's in 2nd place. There's WTF Freak ahead of Stiffmeister, followed by Matty Pitt, who's running in P5. Bit of a gap back to Senna, who's in P6. And then you've got the Grieve, followed by Anime Boy, Isis Gabba running in P9. That's basically the front 9 who are miles ahead of anybody else. Bennett nearly 20 seconds behind them in P10. A-Trail running in 11th, and Liberty Walk still going, but running in P12 here in this race. Has not been the night at all for Liberty Walk. But I'll tell you what, Justin's brought the gap down to V10 Ultra a little bit here. It's now well under 2 seconds, only a second and a half between these two at the moment. So Justin keeping V10 Ultra on his toes at the moment and getting closer and closer and closer. V10 Ultra obviously has had some pace here tonight, has been able to keep the Ferraris on his toes on their toes at points. But so far in this race, it's he's basically had the upper hand because Justin's been in all sorts of problems and Senna's not had the very clean race. Are you kidding me? We've got another safety car because Isis Gabba is out of the race. For goodness sake.
You are, stare fear in the face, to reach for the stars. Come round now, say around 5:30. Stay until the morning, then I carry on and live my hollow life. Did you really take my soul? Came and then you left a hole. Shot me in the late night, bleeding out in plain sight, running with the heart you stole. You got your desires, always starting fires. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep, I'm hiding Michael Myers. Building an empire, you were rising higher. Standing tall, but you will fall, cause we all hear the choir. Beautiful love, dragging me under the table. Hell in her eyes, she wants to put me in a hole. Beautiful liar, holding me, I'm a neighbor. Bleeding me dry, she wants to devour my soul. Fuck. have to be like that. Trying to stab me in the back. Now I'm bleeding slowly. Pray to God I'm holy. Bury me still intact. Baby, don't make a noise. Murdering brings you joy. I've been waiting for you, ready to destroy you. Sipping on a cold liqueur. You got your desires. Always starting fires. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep. I'm hiding Michael Myers. Building an empire. You were rising higher. Standing tall, but you will fall. Cause we all hear the choir. Beautiful love, dragging me under the table. Hell in her eyes, she wants to put me in a hole. Beautiful liar, holding me, I'm a neighbor. Bleeding me dry, she wants to devour my soul.
Fuck.
This life will carry on. I'll stay until you leave me drowning. I've slayed a couple demons in my day. You don't know I can't be slayed. Oh, no. Beautiful love, dragging me under the table. Hell in her eyes, she wants to put me in a hole. Beautiful liar, holding me, I'm a neighbor. Bring me down, she wants to devour my soul.
Fuck.
I'm getting a bit of deja vu right now. I think we've been here before. I'm pretty sure I've seen and I've heard this same old story before. But here we are then. We are about to go racing once again for... Is it the 5th or the 6th restart? I've lost count now. But nonetheless, we are about to go racing here as we're underway by the looks of it. Vita Ultra's put his foot to the floor. Justin right on the back of him here. We've got drivers on fresh soft tyres. WTF Freak's going to be very vulnerable here to the pack behind him, who are all on fresh softs. He's on worn hards. And surely not going to be able to keep these guys behind him. Here we come into turn 2. It's Vita Ultra from Justin. WTF Freak in third, ahead of Stiffmeister. With Senna completing the top 5. You've got Matty Pitt there, P6 ahead of the grid, followed by A-Trail. With Anime Boy and Bennett completing the top 10. Then Liberty Walk. Just Justin there looking to the outside into turn 3. Can't make it happen there. He's looking to the outside here to this next sequence, and here we go. Justin is going to try and go around the long way here. Vita Ultra going late on the brakes, squeezing him out there, just making sure that Justin couldn't find a way around him. Vita Ultra now making his car as wide as he possibly could, doing a great job there as Senna's trying to get onto the back of Stiffmeister. The Grievous made a move on Matty Pitt. Oh, Matty Pitt, they're getting out of shape and getting tagged almost there by A-Trail. A-Trail looking to try and find a way through. Can't do it at the moment. Matty Pitt survives that one for the time being. Vita Ultra still leading ahead of Justin at the moment as they're coming through towards the castle section here on this restart. Lap 20 of 26 here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here at Motive Racing. WTF Freak running in third ahead of Stiffmeister with Senna there running in P5. The Grieve a couple of seconds behind him ahead of Matty Pitt, followed by A-Trail, Anime Boy, Bennett and Liberty Walks running at the back in P11. But Vita Ultra trying to pull this gap here to Justin. He's got the best part of a second at the moment over him, but still a long way to go. Still over 6 laps left in this race, and who knows what it's going to throw up here between now and the end. Who knows if we're going to see more safety cars between here and the checkered flag. It's just about waiting to see what happens here at this point. Who knows what is going to happen, really. It's been safety cars galore, really, so far, so I wouldn't be at all surprised to see another one here before we get to the end of the race. But it is currently Vita Ultra out the front ahead of Justin as it looks as though Senna's making a move on Stiffmeister. In fact, Stiffmeister's got to run here on both WTF and Senna as he looks to the inside there. Stiffmeister making a move up into third place. There was a bit of contact there between himself and WTF, but now Senna making a move there on WTF up into fourth place as well. So Stiffmeister and Senna there, the two drivers there making a move on WTF and WTF down to P5 in all of that. Now Senna can try and focus his attention here on the back of Stiffmeister, but he's a little bit too far away going down towards turn 3 at the moment. But he's really pushing here is Senna in the closing stage of this race. He knows he's got the pace to win this race, but he's not in a position at the moment to do so with Vita Ultra and Justin clearing off up the road. Senna needs to deal with Stiffmeister and needs to do it quickly here if he's to have a chance realistically of winning this race here in the closing stages of this one. The only thing that might help him out here is that Vita Ultra and Justin are potentially battling, which could allow him to catch up if they start slowing each other down. But at the moment he's got a lot of work to do and a heck of a lot of ground to make up, so it's going to be a real tall order here for Senna if he wants to win this race. Watching Justin as he's keeping Vita Ultra on his toes at the moment, just under a second between these two right now. There is that battle for the podium places in the background there with Stiffmeister and Senna, and it's tension here as we wait to see how this all unfolds. Can't believe we're still racing at 20 past 8 in the evening here in the UK. Most of these races are usually done by 8 o'clock. Obviously the majority of them don't have sprint races beforehand, but even so, it's been non-stop chaos here tonight, I tell you that. No other word for it. Senna here making a move on Stiffmeister, looking to the outside here, down the start finish straight. You can see Senna's just moved ahead there as they come down towards turn 1. Is Stiffmeister going to send on the inside? No, he's not. Senna makes that move there. So that's job done there for him off into third place. In the background, we've got a battle here as Matty Pitt moving ahead of A-Trail, or defending actually, staying in 7th place for the time being. A-Trail can't come back at him there. Anime Boy waiting in the wings, hoping to pounce if these two trip over each other. But Matty Pitt still running in 7th place at the moment here in this race as they come down to through the straight between turns 2 and 3. And A-Trail looking closer and closer to the back of Matty Pitt. Is he going to make a move here into this next corner? Matty Pitt goes to defend as A-Trail looks to the inside, just ducks to make a move, but thinks better of it and stocks in for the time being. Matty Pitt still holding on to 7th place for now. A-Trail thought about it but couldn't make it happen there in that one. Vita Ultra still out the front, is still leading this race ahead of Justin. About 6/10 of a second between these two at the moment as we're on lap 22 of this race. 4.5 laps left to go here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here at Baku City Circuit. And it's still Vita Ultra holding on to this lead. He's had it for pretty much the whole of it. He's been, I'd say overall, on balance, probably the 3rd fastest driver here tonight. I'd say that the Ferraris have had the qualifying pace, but Vita Ultra's kept it clean throughout the race and has got the pace to keep these guys behind him. And Senna in the background here is trying to close in on these. But Justin at the moment doesn't seem like he has the pace to really challenge Vita Ultra. Seems like Vita Ultra is more than a match for him at this point. It's got the answer to anything that Justin's throwing at him here. It's been a strong, composed final part of this race from Vita Ultra so far, but Justin looks even closer here this time around, and he'll have the benefit of some DRS as well. So here we go. This could be Justin's big opportunity here to take the lead of the race, but he seems a little bit too far away. Here he comes there. You can see the closing speed there, lift to the outside there. Justin's too far back coming into turn 1, but that's brought him a little bit closer now, and that's put Vita Ultra under that increased pressure that Justin needs to put on as Matty Pitt is out of the race. He's retired, but it's too late for a safety car, and we're just going to have to get on with it here. But Justin here closer and closer to the back of Vita Ultra here as they come down towards turn 3, but he's too far away at the moment, and Vita Ultra is still going to cling on to that one in the battle for the lead of the race. Senna not too far away from these, in 2 seconds behind, running in 3rd place. We'll be looking to try and feast on the scraps that these two leave behind if they start tripping over each other. There's Senna running in 3rd place ahead of Stiffmeister. Bit of a gap back to the Grieve, running in P5, who's just got ahead of who's just ahead of WTF Freak, who is running in P6 on those worn out hard tyres. A-Train ahead of Anime Boy, with Bennett still going, and so is Liberty Walked at this point in the race. Justin though trying to sit on the back of Vita Ultra here, trying to bring the pressure to him if he possibly can. There's Senna running in 3rd place, closing in on the top 2 here, continuing to chip away at that gap. He's now within a stone's throw of his teammate here. How the Ferrari boys going to play this with Justin now out of DRS range and Senna flying in 3rd place. Surely the Ferrari boys are going to make the call to let Senna have a crack at Vita Ultra here in the final 3 laps of this race. That's got to make sense at this point. Surely Senna's going to be getting on the phone to Justin in that party chat saying, come on mate, give me a go, you've had your chance, you've blown it, now give me the keys to potentially a race win here tonight. As the Grieve making a move on, WTF Freak up into 4th place. Stiffmeister out of the race, so Stiffmeister's crashed here on lap 23. Not sure where, but Stiffmeister, who was in a battle for the podium places a few moments ago, well, a couple of laps ago it is now, because Beaten Ultra, Justin and Senna made his way through, but he's out of the race. The Grieve's out of the race as well, and we're down to 8 drivers here in this one, as the Grieves crashed here on start of lap 24. And A-Trail's moved ahead of WTF Freak. It's now Anime Boy looking to try and make a move here as well. Down towards turn 1. Anime Boy to the outside. And WTF Freak goes a little bit wide. Anime Boy and just gets it wrong there. And WTF Freak manages to slip back up the inside up into P5 again. Anime Boy is going to look to try and get it to somewhere else here. But WTF Freak holding on to P5 for now. As Justin all over the back of Senna here in this battle for 2nd place. Looking maybe like Beaten Ultra might have got away here, because he's got over a 1.5 seconds to these guys. Justin's, in fact, Senna's, yeah, he has made the move on Justin. So Senna there is up into 2nd place. So the Ferrari boys have done the switch, but have they left it too late? Has Senna got too much work to do here? 1.7 seconds to the race leader Beaten Ultra. Is it too little too late? Is Beaten Ultra onto a race win here tonight in Azerbaijan? It would be a fantastic result for him if he can bring this one home in the position he's currently in. As Senna trying to bridge that gap down, and Senna's already over a second clear of his teammate Justin at this point after those two swapping positions at the beginning of this lap. But closing few moments, closing stages of this Grand Prix. Oh, it's Senna there making a huge error, putting it into the wall there, and Justin will be looking a bit closer here as they come into the final sector here on lap 24 of the race. About to start the penultimate lap of the race here. WTF Freak in the meantime is on the back of A-Trail as they're coming through the towards the end of lap 24. You've got Anime Boy there as well. Liberty Walked is retired from the race, so Liberty Walked out of this one. No, not really much point in retiring at this stage in the race, but hey. But here we go then, on board with Justin as he's looking to get closer and closer to the back of Senna in towards turn 1, but not close enough. And Senna holding on for P2 for now then. In that particular battle there, Beaten Ultra still out the front by just under 2 seconds here ahead of Senna. Justin trying to come back at Senna, but it's showing here that neither of the Ferrari boys really have what it takes here to fight with Beaten Ultra. He seems to be the man with the race pace here tonight. Neither of these two able to really mount any serious sort of challenge here to our race leader. There's the rear view of Senna. You can see his teammate looking to try and make the move back on him, which Senna made on him a couple of laps ago. This is, I think, the only battle in the podium places that we're going to see, because the battle for the win, I think, is pretty much done here. Gap just under 2 seconds. Here we go then, starting the final lap of the race here at Baku for this, what has been a chaotic Grand Prix here tonight. Beaten Ultra, a 1.5 seconds to the good of the Ferraris. The Ferraris slightly quicker on that last lap, but I think that Beaten Ultra's got a healthy enough gap. As long as he doesn't make a mistake here on this final lap, it's going to be an inter-team battle for 2nd place here between Senna and Justin. What can Justin do here? He's got DRS here coming down towards turn 3. Pulls out of the slipstream, looking to the inside, trying to distract Senna a little bit, trying to make him rethink what he's doing. Maybe force him into a defensive move, which might lead to a mistake. But Senna not giving Justin anything to go on at the moment. Still holding on to that 2nd place for the time being. WTF Freaks still got A-Trail on the back of him. Now for 4th place as well. Anime Boy's dropped off of these two in that fight for 4th. So it seems like he's made a mistake here in the final few laps of this race. But Beaten Ultra has got the lead here, coming into the middle sector. And Justin within 0.3 seconds of his teammate. Into the right hander before the castle. Huge lock up there from Senna. Seemingly struggling on these soft tyres now as they're sort of right near the end of their usability here. But Senna still holding on for this position as he has done for the last couple of laps Maybe Senna's taking a bit more out of his tyres than Justin, because it seems like Justin's now sort of coming back to him here. I tell you what, the Ferraris have coasted on V10 Ultra over the course of this lap. We'd have maybe a lap, maybe 2 more laps. I think that the Ferraris may have really pushed V10 Ultra for this win, but it's looking very much like it's going to be V10 Ultra to take the checkered flag here. We come out of the final braking zone here and into this final section here. It's a flat out part of the track. You shouldn't really be making any mistakes here, as V10 Ultra here up towards the line at Baku, and it's going to be a well-deserved win, making the most of the misfortunes of the Ferrari drivers here tonight, who had the pace in qualifying. V10 Ultra, right place, right time, consistent as anything, up towards the line. He's going to take the checkered flag. V10 Ultra wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here at Motive Racing. Senna takes second place ahead of Justin, who completes the podium. The Ferrari is getting a good result for their championship points. They've got to be leading the constructors by a long way here. WTF Freak and A-Trail, the 2 McLarens, are going to cross the line in unison here in 4th and 5th places. Bennett's done. He's retired by the looks of it. So we had 6 finishers, 5 obviously because Bennett's AI was in the car for, I think, pretty much all the race. But what an incredible race that was. An incredible, it's a bit of an ambiguous way of putting it, but that is that then for tonight. And I want to say thanks to the drivers who turned up. Even bigger thank you to the drivers who finished the race. And yeah, congratulations obviously to the podium finishers. V10 Ultra taking a fantastic win there ahead of the Ferrari drivers, obviously Senna and Justin. And yeah, thanks to everybody for watching this back afterwards. If you watched live and you enjoy what you saw, then please do head over to www.motiveracing.co.uk. If you're one of the drivers watching this back, then please do share it with your friends, family members and otherwise associates. And we'll see you all very, very soon indeed. Take it easy, and good night.